this episode, I'm going to show you guys how I like to finish off the area above the rear doors and the sliding doors. These two areas are known for giving everybody a lot of trouble, so I'm going to show you guys how I like to finish it off to give it a nice, clean, finished look. So to finish off this section, I'm going to build a little shelf that covers this area here. And it'll come out, cover that little spot there. So the first thing I need to do is scribe a piece of wood along the top here and have it come down. Make it come down a little extra for now, and then after we have it scribed perfectly, then I'll cut the height of it. So I have a 1/2 inch piece of nice sanded plywood. I'm going to cut it to the width first, and maybe like 1 foot down. So 12 inches by whatever the width is here. Now that I have this piece scribed out, I'm going to cut it down the size. I'm going to take 4 inches off the bottom, which will leave me with 5.5 inches for the shelf. I think that'll be enough. So we'll take the table saw and we'll cut off 4 inches right here. I made one adjustment to this, so I just extended the edges all the way to the wall on each side. So next thing I need to do is cut a piece of wood for right there and for right there. And the measurements are 3 inch wide by 20.5 long. And I have this piece cut. So it should fit in like this. This will screw into the metal here and then get nailed into the front like that. So what I actually like to do now is paint these pieces. I'm gonna paint these 3 before I put them in. It's just too hard to paint them once it's all together, and then you start getting paint on the metal part of the van and everything, so it's just easier to paint them before you put them up. And I just kind of build it as I go. Okay, next I'm going to take this piece I cut, some wood glue on the front here. Okay, now that the front is nailed in, so it won't pull it in the wrong direction, drive these screws in. So this is what I have so far. We got the front piece in, and we've got the 2 little back pieces in. Of course, everything will get sanded and then repainted. Next thing we can do is put a piece coming out, probably about 4 inches, and going from wall to wall. And then we'll just nail and glue it in from the back. So next I've cut 2 pieces that I need to scribe to the angle of the wall and the ceiling right here. And then once I get that scribed in, I can take a pencil line and cut off the bottom. So this piece is scribed in. It's pretty damn close. And now I can take a pencil line, mark the back here, and cut that off. Alright, this piece is cut down in size, but I can't put it in yet because first we need to sand all this down and get everything fully painted, because you won't be able to get your brush in here once you put this piece in. Now we just need a little backer to nail this into, so I cut this little piece of wood. It's about 10 inches long, and this will go here. This will go like that, and I can nail into it. So I'll just nail this in and put some construction adhesive, nail this in, and then I can nail this into that. Okay, so I got a little bit of wood glue on there. Now I'm going to push the bottom up to get it nice and flush. And we're going to shoot a nail in like this. So this molding will go in like this, and then a little piece here will go here, and then this will get caulked. But I'm not going to put this in yet because the crown molding needs to go in first here, then this piece. So I'll just save this one over here for now. And I need to go back to Home Depot and get one more piece of this because I'm about 6 inches short on this piece. Next is this section here. Probably the hardest part to figure out how to finish. So we're gonna make another shelf like we did in the back there. First step, we're gonna cut a piece for the bottom here. Just like that. And I notched for it here. This is 6 inches wide by 54. Now that that piece is cut, the next one we're going to cut is the one that's going to go this way, hiding this section here. So I need to cut a piece this wide, and it should come from right before where it starts curving, right here, all the way to here. And we're going to try and match the angle on the table saw right here, which I think is a 10-degree angle. I'll let you know when I figure it out. 10 to 15 degrees on this. Alright, so this is how this should look. It ended up being a 25-degree angle, top and bottom. I can't push it up with one hand, but that space will be closed when I push it up. So now we can screw this back piece into the metal, trying to keep this angle, and then we can take some wood glue and shoot some nails up from this piece into this piece. Then we should have the basic frame of our shelf here. So I have it all sanded down, and I put a coat of paint on it because once you fully enclose this, it's going to be hard to paint this. So you want to get a finished coat of paint on here right now. I just need to cut a piece that's going to slide in here and kind of close this off like that. And then another one right here. Okay, so I cut this piece, which will slide right in there like that. Now I can just take my square here, and we'll make a nice straight line, and then we'll cut this off here, and then we can paint this and put it in. You can see it's tucking behind here, sitting on top of here. This will get nailed in through here with some glue. Nice tight seam here. little line a 1/2 inch down on this piece of molding. Instead of just having it flush here, I'm going to set it down a 1/2 inch so there's a little bit of a reveal. That'll help to hide any imperfections. I got this little guy, fits in here. So this piece here I cut at a 10-degree angle to match the wall, and then just the regular 45 here. And you can see what I mean here on the bottom side, how I have the little reveal 1/2 inch over here, and there's a little more here because this wasn't straight. So this molding's nice because it kind of hides everything. You can see. So I think just to finish this off, I'm going to add this little pencil molding. That'll give it a nicer finished look than just having the edge of the plywood exposed. So now to finish off this section, I cut this little piece of carpeting. Just going to squeeze in here like that. I'll just take some spray adhesive and put this in. Okay. Let me know what you guys think of the shelf. All finished off. Just to keep things symmetrical, I added a pencil molding on this side as well. Now that we have the 2 shelves in, all we have to do is cover this area. And to do that, we've got this crown molding, which will go in like so. That'll cover it nicely. So now that the molding's in, we can finally finish this section here and cut this piece down to size. A little bit of caulking and some paint, and that's going to look perfect.